All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the podcast, Secrets from the Saddle, All Things Cycling. And yes, this is me, Sylvie. I thought what I do in January, this episode, is just tell you a little bit more about me and what I've been doing in the last year. So I've noticed that a lot of people access my first episode, which is about me. And of course, that was taken a year ago. So me a year ago is way different from me now. And so I thought maybe I'll just give you a little update as to what's going on and in Sylvie life and in podcast world. And you know, first, I just want to share how grateful I am. I say this all the time. It's so true. Um, I never thought I'd feel this appreciative of a podcast ever. I listen to a lot of podcasts and I kind of get it. The draw to do this, the draw to make this bigger than it is, the draw to really make this a source of income, if I can be so selfish as to say that, and sharing the people that I am coming across, that I'm meeting along the way, my guests. Like, I think being a podcaster, that is one of the most powerful things that I could be doing is sharing other people's stories and just helping them out as much as I can. So yeah, like anyways, I'm so grateful that you guys enjoy my episodes, which I noticed that a lot of them get way more traction than some of my guests. So I'm working really diligently to put together some cool episodes for you. So as I say, I'm always asking you for what you want. And I don't know, uh, please message me on Instagram. That's probably the best way, and say, hey, I would like to learn more about this and that. So that's my ask, and it's always my ask. And please, take a moment to follow me on Instagram and the podcast, so Secrets from the Saddle podcast. Um, just let me know what you're thinking. So, what have I been doing in the last year? Well, the last year has been really hard. I won't lie. I'm going to be completely transparent. COVID has been kicking our family relationship in, and like, but yeah, it's been tough. Things are tough. And I think one of the things that keeps me going is my fitness membership, which I'm going to share with you in a second, because that's something that was launched this year. And the fact that I get to talk to you and talk to lots of other people keeps my mind off things, which isn't a good thing, because we all know that we have to deal with and resolve, because if we don't, things just continue on to get worse. Right? Am I right? Am I right? So last year, not last year, December 15th, 2020, I launched the podcast. And so if you'd seen my initial introduction, it was short, it was 6 minutes. I had to keep it low, engaged, but this one's going to be a little bit longer, as you can imagine, because I always talk. And I hope that you enjoy my chatter. So I launched it because I really wanted to bring something to the cycling world where this podcast just featured all sorts of different people across the globe that were doing great things with cycling. And if you've been catching some of the episodes in the series for the cycling events this January, then you'll see like amazing things are happening. And I'm just thinking about Africa, like what's going on there and how cycling is becoming a more of a thing, and it's becoming easier and safer to cycle in Africa. And geez, I wish, wish we could all travel and cycle in these beautiful destinations. So, yeah, so I launched it. And I also, at the same time, I have been watching, and I don't know about you, if you're a big personal development person, I am. Started like many, many, many years ago when I got into my network marketing company. Um, and if you've ever joined a network marketing company, I don't know what the other ones are like, but the one I did that was the first thing I noticed. Huge, huge, huge into personal development. Because if you don't personally develop yourself, you just stay stuck in your junk. And sometimes, like me, I'm just working through the ego. It's so huge. It's huger than life, and it's scary. And it comes from my dad. And um, and so learning more about yourself, like I always thought like personal development was for people who needed help. Well, little did I know that I needed help, and things really started shifting for me. So this past year, I did some things that were good and that were bad. They were good for me, bad for my financial situation because it really like threw me into debt. Um, Now, that's not to say that, that's my problem and now I'm dealing with it. But that's what happened last year. So I joined this amazing group, Fast Foundations, with Lori and Chris Harder. If you listen to their podcast, it's Chris Harder and Lori Harder is the Bliss Project, and Earn Your Happy. And they're just huge personal development and business and finance, and they're amazing to listen to. So I joined their mastermind, and I've always been looking at it. And so that got me rolling into really launching and building up my podcast, because I kind of am like I use their podcast as an example for mine and what they did. So, in order to get out there, do 3 episodes a week. Okay. So I set that up, and I've been managing it really well. Now, and then of course, other areas of my business. So I mentioned the cycle fitness workout platform that started in April, because remember March of 2020, or was it 2019, 2020, where COVID shut down the world and everybody's just sitting there going like, WTF, what the hell's going on? I started getting intentional and going online and working out. I didn't care. The only thing that I need to do is show up for me. And I started doing that online. I started having followers, and then I moved it to a private Facebook group. And so I shifted it around. And then last year I decided to put together a membership, because listen, everybody's got to pay bills, right? People are getting a lot of free workouts, and a lot of people are charging a lot for working out. So I found a great balance of a membership, and it's just absolutely, I think it's awesome because I'm benefiting from it, not only because I'm working out, but I'm working out and I've added some extras for me. So the fitness membership, yeah, that started in April. That was a huge thing I had to work on. I'm still working on it. Really love it. I'm collaborating with a woman, Stephanie, in the UK. So she's added some to my schedule and to her, and I've added mine to hers, and we've been really cool collaboration. So that is super cool. Also, so the thing is that, I promote cycling. I'm a cycling coach, and to get good at cycling, and if you've ever listened to any of my coaching, it's always like strength training, consistency, leg strength, working, like it's always comes back to strengthening your body. especially for women over 40. And that's who I really started working with last year, women over 40. I'm 51, and it just makes sense for me because I know where I was. I know where I was when I was 30, but 40 is a different story. My early 40s, 41, I had my third child. And, that's what the 40s were about, kids and other things. And so that's another avenue, just coaching, online, clients. And then there's also my women's cycling club. So if you think you think I'm busy, second year of COVID, cycling club is up and running. Now, this is where it's going to get fun because COVID has, as you know, wherever you're sitting, this passport is creating a lot of unrest, unease for vaxxed, unvaxxed. I don't know where you are, but the thing is that it's just not being about vaxxed anymore. It's not being about COVID. It's just really turning political and how the governments can control us. That's just my personal opinion. So, but it stems over to my club. And we have to follow the rules to keep everybody safe. And so last year, we continued with our group rides, our socials outside, and it was an amazing season. Got to ride, fast forward to the fall, everybody's getting vaxxed, and now this vax passport and clubs are asking for that. So, I know a couple people in the club who aren't. So it's unfortunate. And I'm going to be raw and real. I'm one of those. So I cannot participate in my own club, and that's fine. I have to accept that because this is a decision I made. But I'm still involved, right? There's a lot of back end stuff about a cycling club that needs to be done. And that's what I'm going to be doing. So that being said, things are changing, and it's going to be really interesting to see what the summer is like with regards to this, because, if we want to get into that rabbit hole, I am fully 100% about personal body immunology. So it's even stronger than a vaccine, and you don't have to comment. This is just my opinion. So I work super hard to build my immune system. And that's my vaccine. But as you know, it comes with the consequences, travel, participation, all these things. And it's really dividing our country. Communist Canada, welcome. That's where we're sitting now. We can't do anything. It's like you have to have this and that to go anywhere. And, anyways, that's kind of where I'm sitting right now. But last year was amazing. And like I said, got myself into some financial distress, which I have to, work harder to pay it off. But that's where this year is all about. And moving forward this year, I'm actually looking at a business to start. I've always thought about cycling services, getting more into serving, providing more cycling based, programs. I've always worked with adults, and now, we need more for our children. Wouldn't you agree? Like, as a parent, when trying to teach your child how to ride a bike, I have 3 kids, and I remember each one of them, and it wasn't so. It's kind of exciting that it's going to be, good things don't come without a lot of work. And I'm going to keep you abreast to that. But I just want to share this episode with what I've been up to. So, just a little background on me. Like, you know, I used to have a women's I used to have a spin studio for 8 years called Cycle Fit. I have a women's, and I raced for 8 years. I put together my own masters women's race team, and that finished in 2013. I have Cycle Fit, uh, and my platform fitness. See the trend. I can't get original. So yeah, and also, I joined a really cool with called Union. And if you're into the Swift world and racing, our team has got right up at top 10, which is kind of cool. So, a lot of things happening. I can't say like where it's going to go, but certainly I have somewhat of a plan. I need to foster that and really solidify it. And if you know anything about planning, if you want things to come to fruition, you need a plan. And I preach that, but sometimes, we not necessarily do what we preach. You agree? So, yeah, I just wanted to come in here and share that stuff with you. And remember, I'm always asking you, my listeners, what do you want to hear with regards to coaching, and questions around coaching and different skills, things like that, things that I can talk about and serve you? I'm looking for those answers. Now, you can go and follow the podcast on Instagram and message me there if you like, because that's probably a good place. So, Secrets from the Saddle podcast. Um, of course, there's always YouTube. All of these episodes are on YouTube on my channel, and you can also find some workouts for cyclists, because that's what I do. Is not only do I work with women over 40, but I promote health for cycling, like strength training. Like, look, I'm so proud of these shoulders. So yeah, I have to get onto YouTube to see, because I'm doing this after my workout. Anyways, yeah, so this is kind of an ad hoc, a little bit more about me, so that we could bond as friends, right? And so with that, I'm going to stop because I could ramble on forever. I need to I need to process this to get it up in time so you can listen. But I hope you have an amazing day and amazing Friday and amazing weekend. And I hope you're enjoying the episodes for the cycling series, because there are some really cool races out there. And we always wish that we could do all of them, but pick one. And I'd love to also hear which one you've participate in or looking at. So have a great one. Be amazing. Remember, you deserve great things. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be in your best fitness ever, especially, training in January, getting ready for the spring of 2022. And with that, love you all, and I'll see you on the next episode.